Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Thank you for being here this morning. Thank you for being here this morning.
Let's go, let's go. Oh, let's start this show. King Roman news gonna come right through. Gonna give you that news just like you know he can do. Hot topics in your face, baby. King Roman knows his place, baby. King Roman
Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning.
6:30 a.m. Eastern time, baby. He's gonna come right on time with the news just for you. Celebrity news, politics, and local news just for you. King Roman news. Monday, Wednesday, Friday.
Good morning. Hey, get it. To the left now, to the right now. Good morning.
Let's go. Hey, let's start this show. King Roman news, coming just for you. King Roman news, coming just for you. 6:30 a.m. Eastern time, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. King Roman news, King Roman news. Let's go.
Let's
Let's start this show.
Hey, let's go. Hey, let's start this show. Good morning. Happiest of them all. Happy morning to you all. Good morning to you all. It is Wednesday, first day of Black History Month. The first day we get into all things Black history and all of what public education and university education, whatever. I hope this month isn't the first thing I want to say is I hope this month isn't the only time we celebrate our culture, our history, and we do it every month, all the time. Shout out to the crew. Thank y'all for showing up and always showing out for me, being here this morning. I appreciate it. I hope you find today's show equally entertaining and it draws you from some of your own sorrows into what's really going out here in the world. And that's always some of my intention. Shout out to the members and moderators. I always appreciate seeing my members coming through in the chat. Even if you stay in the bushes, just dropping down saying, hey, Roman, I'm here. And shout out to my moderators. I appreciate the love y'all show coming over to the channel. Shout out to the dopest subscribers. Thank y'all for being subscribed to this channel. And if you have not subscribed, consider doing so. And if you have not hit that like button yet, please go ahead and give me a little love this morning. All likes matter. Yes, they do. Even yours right now, listening, even you on the replay crew, your like matter. So give me some love. And again, if you have not subscribed to this channel, please consider subscribing to this channel. And turn on your notification bell so you'll know when the next video drops. And if you want to show me some love, as always, you can do so by sending sending $ Roman L. Jackson on your Cash App. Anything amount doesn't matter, big or small. It always goes back to supporting me here on my channel. So without further ado, good morning to y'all. I hope y'all have y'all coffee ready. I hope y'all just either driving to work, you just got there, you got me plugged up, whatever the case may be. Good morning, and we are back with another local news show. Today is going to be all things local news. I might dibble and dabble into some hot topics towards the end of the show, but it's so many things that happen just since I was out here yesterday that I didn't either pay attention to or I didn't see or didn't bubble up to the front. So we got a couple of things to get into, but before I do that, I want to do some positive news and get into our announcements. Good morning, and I see it's Oh, hey crew. Hey crew. I see. Oh, we got some folks in here. Good morning, Tisa. Thank you for coming through and thank you for being the first to drop down in the chat. I appreciate your support. Good morning, M. Renee. Good morning. Good morning. I'll be listening in the clouds while working. Hey, everybody. Hey. Thank you. Okay. Well, before I begin, I wanted to kick this show off with some positive news. Now, we talked about this young girl a while ago when we first broke the story about the girl who was catching butterflies on her street in her neighborhood. So she was catching butterflies in her neighborhood, and all of a sudden, the neighbor across the street who saw her all these years in her neighborhood called the police on her for trapping butterflies. And so, in today's positive news, I want to celebrate her because guess who's honoring her? Baby, Yale is honoring this black girl after after being wrongly reported to police over her project. Not only are they honoring her, they've literally adopted her and taken her under their wings as of like, that's our baby. Don't mess with this girl. So late in December, they had a event for her. Then they had an event on January 20th this month, just celebrating her and bringing other people to her cause because there was other folks at Yale who was just shocked by her research. So I want you all to check out this very enduring clip of this young girl and her black woman mentor from Yale. I said, "Go baby, go." Check this out. Shout out to this young girl. Thank you for staying steadfast to your dreams. And no matter whatever roadblocks that may come, you did that. You did that. So get into this. And make sure y'all hit that like button too as you come in.
Today, Yale University honored a scientist who is just 9 years old.
Bobby Wilson is fascinated by bugs, but last year her mission to catch spotted lanternflies captured national attention. CBS 2's Bradley Blackburn explains.
It has red and brown wings with black spots, and 9-year-old Bobby Wilson can tell you exactly what it is.
A spotted lanternfly.
Last fall, she learned about this invasive species in school and wanted to help. She found a bug spray recipe on TikTok.
Good job. I mixed water, dish soap, and apple cider vinegar.
She was using it outside her New Jersey home when a neighbor called the police.
A little black woman walking and spraying stuff on the sidewalks and trees. I don't know what the hell she's doing. It scares me, though.
Bobby's mom says it was racial profiling.
Those exact words in another town, another state, I could be grieving.
Yale University assistant professor Ijoma Opara heard Bobby's story and decided to take this young entomologist under her wing.
Oh yeah, Bobby belongs here. Bobby is Yale.
She invited Bobby to campus to meet scientists who look like her. On Friday, Bobby was back to see the first spotted lanternfly specimens added to the Yale Peabody Museum of Natural History collection. Those insects were gathered by Bobby herself.
How does it make you feel to know that these bugs are going to be in this museum?
Happy and proud.
A young girl who's flying high and now has the bug for a career in science. Bradley Blackburn, CBS News, New Haven, Connecticut.
And Yale.
That is so sweet. You see how something so negative turned so positive. Now this girl's going to be she's potentially going to be going to Yale. If you're going to be stewarded by a Yale professor, and it seems like this professor is on her A game with this girl, that's going to be your mentor. She's on a great track. And I hate for moments like this in our life to be the catapult, but damn it, girl, do your thing. So I'm proud of her. She gets definitely a positive. I told you, I'm always inspired by the youth. They always inspire me. So that was definitely an inspirational story. So today in announcements, let me get to the first thing. So, for everybody who's not familiar, we typically, for Black History Month here, I like to pay it forward, where we pay it forward here. We get involved, we support Black nonprofits. And so that's the same thing we're going to be doing. We're going to start that on Monday. And what I typically do is I highlight throughout the stories that we're doing, I highlight organizations that can be beneficial or supportive to helping out during, paying it forward. The people who are actually doing the work right now. It's great to talk about our history, but who's moving and shaking it right now? That's what I want to focus my Black history focus on. So that's what we're going to do on Black History Month, and that'll kick off on Monday. Another thing in announcements is Tyree Nichols' funeral is today. is going to be broadcast live today at 11:30 a.m. I'm going to drop the link in the chat for the YouTube channel that's going to be broadcasting, because the actual, I think they're called, it's a funeral home, but they're going to actually be broadcasting it live directly from their funeral home. So here's the link if you want to see it today at 11:30 a.m. Al Sharpton will be giving the eulogy. Who else? Ben Crump will be doing the call for justice. Vice President Kamala Harris will be there. Breonna Taylor's mom, Tamika Palmer, will be there. George Floyd's mother, Philanice Floyd, will also be there. So there's the link if you want to tune in today. And rest in peace to this man. Rest in peace to this. Now, what I do want to share for on behalf of him is this very, very cute video of Tyree Nichols in his younger days. This was filmed 12 years ago. And, you know, it shows him in some of his more passionate time frames. We didn't really see him like this. So check this footage out. Rest in peace, Tyree Nichols. We're gonna keep saying your name, and you joined a long list of folks. We're gonna celebrate and helping us push the movement and the cause for respect from police, mutual respect. You can't ask for respect. That works for anyone in America. You can't ask anyone for respect and you give no respect. It doesn't matter what the trade is. So I wanted to show that video. Another thing in announcements, I wanted to share this with you all because I don't know if you all noticed this, but Netflix password sharing is kicking in beginning February 1st. And I want to tell you what it is. So basically what they're going to require us to do every fucking 30 days, you must log in from your phone on the Netflix app so that they can see that your Wi-Fi is still the same location every 30 days. So if you don't do it in the 30 days and you are somewhere else and you log in your Netflix app under somebody's Wi-Fi, that's going to become your new personal location. So that's their way of cracking down on the password. I said, that's crazy. So if I go out of town, because I don't use the Netflix app, I barely use the app on my phone. I always use it on, my television screens. And I go through another device through that to use that. So it's gonna be weird how they track this, but they say it's gonna save them a hell of a lot of cash. So we'll see. But I just want to give you all a heads up on that. And then the final thing is, the question of today is, what would you trade for the other? Now, would you trade love for respect? Would you trade money for power? Would you trade happiness for the return of a loved one? Or would you trade freedom for wealth? And hold your answers till the end of the show. And I'm going to hold mine to the end of the show. I'm going to let y'all know what I feel about it. So, all right. Now we're gonna get into the show. Shout out to everybody that's coming in the room, and shout out to the replay crew whenever y'all get in the building. The mean girl, hey, good morning. Thank you for coming through. Tristan Bell, thank you for coming through. He was decent on the skateboard, wasn't he? He was. I saw that. My uncle, shout out to my uncle who's younger than I. He's a skateboarder. He's into all the skateboards. So I saw that and I was like, oh, I know it's a very very, very small amount of black skateboarders, and so they're very, very much so cliquish. And so I'm sure he had a lot of people, who loved him just off that mere fact. So thank you, Tristan Bell. I appreciate the support always. All right, let's start it. So we're gonna get right into local news. And please, if you have not hit that like button, please go ahead and give me some love this morning. So the first story I want to do is I want to give y'all another update in Tyree Nichols. It's not really an update, but it's more of a justification as to why, what's his name? Kempsey. The sixth police officer was arrested. Well, here's additional footage that I didn't see and that I didn't put out yet, but we're going to look at it now. So here's additional footage that is supposed to be the reason why they immediately suspended him but didn't terminate him, because they were pending more investigation. Okay, so check this out.
I sprayed myself. Shit, you sprayed me too, but luckily it didn't get in my eyes, just on my eyebrow. I hope they stomp his ass. I hope they stomp his ass. Smith is calling for other cars because him and Martin are chasing him.
Now, this is after he ran away from them. This is the first time he ran away. Now the second time is the actual beating. So what we're seeing and what we're confirming is during that first initial time he fled from him, he had an encounter, and it wasn't just with 5 officers. It was with 5 officers and 2 additional other officers, and one that we know for certain that's been fired, but the other one is unfucking known. Now, this officer that we just saw on camera is the one who tased him while he was on the ground. And I showed you the picture yesterday while he was asking, "What are you holding me for? I didn't do anything." And so you can hear, the 6th officer on this video saying, "I hope y'all stomp his ass. I hope they stomp him down. I got pepper spray in my eyes." Really? That's how you feel? So more justification as to his name should have been out here too. He's way more culpable as them. He's part of the reason it led to another run and the reason people got stumped down and the reason he got hurt. So you getting let out and pending a further investigation, nigga, you provoked this shit. You sitting there, I hope they stomp his ass. What do you think other officers saw you saying that thought as well? Are we kidding me? And just because it ain't out here in the media and people ain't saying it and showing it and shit, I'm gonna play it again. This is Officer, I want to get his name right. Y'all know my old book. We don't have so many shows that I had to retire and get a new one. We done went through all of these pages. Baby. What's this man's name? Officer. Oh, it's not on this sheet. I don't know what notebook it's on. What's his name, y'all? Officer, the officer. So check this clip out again, because it needs to get out here. You should be tried just as much as everybody else, sir.
I sprayed myself. Shit, you sprayed me too, but luckily it didn't get in my eyes, just on my eyebrow. I hope they stomp his ass. I hope they stomp his ass. Smith is calling for other cars because him and Martin are chasing him.
Yeah. So yeah. Case closed. Ben Crump, I hope you all over this, sir. Case fucking closed on that one. So that's the update, and I hope I don't have any more updates on Tyree Nichols until something substantial comes to the light. Now let's get into another update, a story we talked about here, coming to us out of D.C. So Karan Blake, you remember the young boy. This was a very young 13-year-old boy. So we finally got information on who and what and how this happened. So remember the 13-year-old boy in D.C., Karan Blake, who was shot and killed because there were some kids in the neighborhood going through cars, flashing flashlights in cars, trying to break into them. And so what we knew at the time when I reported this was that the kid was actually breaking into a car, had came onto the man's property. The man had chased him out of his property to the car, and that's when he shot him. Well, come to find out, none of that shit was the truth. None of it was the truth. None of it. And actually, what had actually happened was this man here. Now, this is a how old is this man? He is a 41-year-old man named Jason Lewis. He's a DC government employee. Now, we knew he worked for the government. We knew that for a fact, right? So he initially claimed that he was on his property when he came outside. He was breaking into a car, so he shot him. Come to find out, the boy wasn't even on the man's property. So what it states is prosecutors alleged in court Tuesday that Lewis shot at the two individuals with Blake who went back to the stolen vehicle, which was not on Lewis's property, nearly striking one of the men. Moments later, Blake will be fatally struck. So okay, the vehicle he was shooting after wasn't on his property, though it was wrong. Wasn't on your property, not your business. Call the police. Black man, call the police. 2, he then fatally shot Karan Blake, who had not even been near him or on his property. Karan Blake had just been someone, he couldn't catch the other two, so Karan Blake was closest to him and decides to shoot him. Let's finish. So then it goes, court papers say security camera footage did not show Blake coming onto Lewis's property. Images do show Lewis extending his arm while standing in his yard. Audio shots being fired can also be heard. Now check this out. They got pictures of this man. They have no pictures of the child once going near, in, on, or his property. Look at this picture. Jason Lewis is standing outside his own property. Okay, he's out. He literally went outside his own property to then shoot after him. Lewis also told officers that Blake was standing within his yard when he fired. Images released with court documents show Jason Lewis with his arm extended in his courtyard the night Karan Blake was shot and killed. Another senseless killing of a minor. Shouldn't have happened. And when we first talked about it, I said, now, really? So we're here, okay? The saddest part of all of this is the boy's final words is saying, I am sorry. Please don't. And no. Following the shooting, Blake yells, I am a kid, I am a kid, I am only 12. And the man proceeds to shoot him. So out of all of this, the biggest grievance and why this man is being held is that the first shot that was fired was actually fired, and someone who was sitting in the vehicle was not an immediate threat to the person who fired the shot. So that in itself raises issues right there. Basically, there was no imminent threat that caused you to go ahead and pull out your weapon. Nobody was coming after you. Nobody was on your property. Nobody was breaking into your car. They were breaking into a car that was on another property. Yes, it's wrong, and I understand that. But sir, 12, and then he's looking at you, telling you, no, sorry, stop, I'm 12. What kind of sick-ass man are you? And then I looked at his picture, and I said, I hope he ain't one of the girls. I hope he's not one of the girls. You should be ashamed of your damn self. So the man has been arrested. He's being held. Thank God they caught him, because that was senseless to me. Now, parents, I gotta say it. Parents, if this is not a wake-up call, a lesson, not for everybody's parent, but for parents who know that their kids are out here doing this senseless stuff, let this be a lesson that it can always turn fatal. Nothing ever can get by and just be easy. If you don't get the lesson now, it's gonna be later in years in their age where they suffer from shit like this. I, King Roman, want you to know this was a wake-up call. Keep your kids off the streets. If you know they're getting involved in that shit and you tell them not to, hop your ass in your car, drive down the street where you think they at. Get your ass in this car and let's go. Tough love does go far. Hell, I had tough restrictions. It goes far, but we need to take control of our kids. You know, we really do. So I wanted to give an update on that. Now, let's move right into local news today. So we're gonna break this down. Okay, got a couple of stories. So first, we're gonna get into our crazy stories today. Okay, so the first crazy story: what is up with everybody impersonating a fucking high school student. Last week we had the Asian lady impersonating a freshman with her old looking ass, texting them, let's meet and all this shit. Well, now we got a 22-year-old assistant coach impersonating a 13-year-old player. She's coming to us out of Virginia. Her name is Alicia Boykins, right? So check this out. One of the girls on a basketball team was out of town for like a basketball club conference or something like that. And they had a major game. And so one of the coaches thought it would be a great idea that why don't you get in the game and sub? Not thinking that one of the players on the team was going to snitch to their mom and their mom was going to be like, girl, what are you doing? What is going on here? And that's exactly what happened. Now, I'm going to show y'all footage of this girl playing basketball, knowing she a 22-year-old girl. She's spiking the ball out of girls' hands and shit like this. And then it took the mother to finally let the school know. The school, once the school finds out, they are so pissed. They called the whole season off. We're not playing no more this season. The man's daughter, he said he wants a formal apology, as well as his daughter won't be returning to the school. Check this out.
An assistant coach on the team named Alicia Boykins impersonated a 13-year-old player on the team that was out of town for a club basketball tournament. Here's video from that game. Churchland is in the black uniforms. Number one right there that just came up with the black block shot. We're told that as Alicia Boykins. They were taking on Nansman River. This video has been edited to show you some of the highlights. Alicia is apparently a 22-year-old young woman going up against 14 and 15-year-old girls. Now, we have confirmed that Boykins is no longer an employee of Portsmouth Public Schools. And since this game, the student athletes on the team and parents decided to just end the season. They will not be playing any more games this year. Portsmouth Public Schools did launch an investigation into this matter. The details have not been revealed by officials quite yet. Now, I spoke.
Are you kidding me? You know better. You know better. You thought somebody on the team wasn't going to say something, and you just out there spiking the ball and acting all out of character. You're the assistant coach for the team. Nobody was going to notice that you were playing. So now you've just fucked your whole career up. You think you're going to be a coach somewhere else? You look untrustworthy. You probably going to have to sit out some years, maybe 5 or 6. It wasn't cute at all. That wasn't cute to me at all. Then now that's crazy. Get into this other crazy story. So just yesterday we were talking about how the woman stole chicken wings. She was stealing chicken wings from her job, buying them from Gordon Food Service. Now we got these 2 women who working down to the Dollar General, right? Working down to the Dollar General. And all of a sudden, the Dollar General started realizing, damn, we losing profits, but we got a lot of merchandise moving. People buying a lot of this shit, soap and shit, but we ain't making a lot of money. Come to find out, the 2 girls at the job was cutting the prices and buying. Child, they had ended up running up. One girl ran up $1,700 worth of cutting the cost. The other one ran up $4,600. Now, the one who did the least amount, she was the newest employee. She had just started working there for about a year. And so they went on to say that we know this is an extensive thing. We know they've been doing this. We know this ain't nothing new. You know, we already know that this is something going on. And so they got these 2 girls. Now they're trying to go after everybody else in the ring. And I said, somebody always going to be the ones caught on the string. I said, now why I couldn't know them? Dollar General employees arrested for allegedly lowering prices, costing store over $6,000. Now, can you imagine? I don't. Ever since I found out about 5 and Below, I don't really go to Dollar General because I love to go get candy. They be having all that foreign good candy at 5 and Below. So I don't really go to Dollar General as much, but I can look at the people in the store and say, you in there cutting them prices, ain't you? I know you getting this shit for cheap. The Dollar General, y'all check these 2 greasy-faced ass Wenches out.
On Lincoln, where 2 employees are facing charges for lowering prices on items and buying them at the lower rate. Amber Smith on the left there and Caitlin Wells on the right are charged with theft. Officials with Dollar General told police these thefts cost the store thousands of dollars. Specifically, police say Smith caused the store to lose $1,700 and Wells cost the store $4,600. Dollar General officials say they're aware of more people involved in the incident and are still going through records.
I bet you y'all are. I bet shit. You think it's just going on in Evansville, baby, Indiana? It's going on almost all across. What the hell you think? You think they ain't lowering them prices? Shit, I wish I knew somebody that worked. Do anybody in the crew work at Dollar General, Family Dollar, or any of those stores where they lowering the prices? Hit me back channel. I ain't advocating for it, but I ain't gonna snitch. I ain't gonna say nothing. If you pushing it, I might be buying shit. What? The scam nation of it all. We can talk about but Vera from yesterday getting chicken wings. We certainly can talk about these two lowering the prices at Dollar General. Goddamn crooks all the way around. Everybody crooked. Good morning, crew. Good morning to everybody that's coming in the room. Good morning, Nadine. Good morning, Karen. Thank y'all for coming in. Thank y'all. I appreciate it. Don't he? They all do. Why risk your job? I don't understand that. I never got that. Good morning, Brick Girl. Thank you for coming through. I never understand that. I love, baby, Five Below. You can go get almost, knick-knack shit that you didn't even know that you needed. Oh, shit. Let me grab one of these. Ox City 805 Queen. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Thank y'all for coming through. Listen. So that's crazy news of the day. That's all of our crazy stories of the day that I wanted to get through. I wanted to talk about the Dollar General and the basketball player faking like she's one of the high school students. Now let's get into this high school attack in Georgia. Baby. Now this right here, when I'm gonna break it down and we're gonna get into the clip, crew. We're gonna get into the clip. But this right here is a clear sign of poor parenting. I know people are like, you don't know that, because sometimes children act one way at home and one way at another. But I know one thing. I know that when authority is telling someone to do something and your first sign is to get in their face and slam the door and go off on them, who else have you done that to and got your way? What other adult? Because you have to start looking, okay, so if it's not the teachers sisters and brothers, what about mom and dad? Grandmas, aunties, uncles? Because I'm telling you, if you was in my life, your little girl, and you raised up at me like that as your uncle, I would have hauled off and decked your ass and told your mom about it later. Ain't no wait, no shit. So let's get into this story before I get an attitude, because I got an attitude watching it. Because it did remind me of me, but I never, ever in my life of growing up ever jumped into a teacher's face. The most I've ever did was call my auntie. I don't care. Here's the number. What's she gonna do to me? As I'm walking out the classroom, like, God damn, that's the most. But I've never, ever, I never have. But can't say it about this young girl. So we have this young girl coming to us out of Georgia High School. So there's a concussion, sort of an argument going back and forth. Georgia high school student facing criminal charges after attacking teacher. Footage of the classroom melee hit social media Friday. So there's this Georgia high school student, right? She's going back and forth with the teacher, and it escalated. So the teacher was on the phone making the appropriate calls to, you got to get out. In lieu of her doing that, the girl decided, you ain't gonna tell me what to do, doing all of that stuff. Now, people are saying the teacher didn't understand how to de-escalate it. And you also have another side of students and parents who are actually agreeing with the actions of this young girl. And we'll talk about it why. But I want y'all to see this clip first. I want y'all to get into this clip because it stunned the hell out of me. And shout out to Hollywood Unlocked, because I got the original clip from Hollywood Unlocked. And we'll get into a news clip so you'll understand what's happening afterwards. So here's the altercation. And crew, if you can, please hit that like button for me. Thank you.
I don't give a fuck if you're an adult or not. You're not gonna talk to me like that, you dumbass bitch.
Wow,
you're not gonna talk to me like that.
Kick through the phone.
Bitch, you're not gonna talk to me like that. You're not gonna talk to me like that. You dumbass playing in my face right now. You need to give her a question.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my God.
Put your hands on me. Yeah, I swear to God, if you don't get your hands, put your hands on me. Give me your hands. I'm just so swinging back.
Oh, goddamn!
In what world is that at all cute? Now, you see that attack. I'm a whole grown ass man and knew I would have fought the child back. You was presenting all kind of hostile. As a teacher, I would have definitely. You first of all, you're not gonna put your hands on me. I don't understand how many times these kids don't understand that's your teacher. So the child goes off. The child goes off, and so you actually have students and parents who agree with this child. Now, here's why they agree. Check this out. So one of a reporter spoke with one of the students, Taisha Fernandez, and she said it wasn't scary, it was shocking. She's a pretty good teacher, but how she talks with aggression. How she talks to kids is not a proper way to talk to them. See, here's the thing, and you could be right, but I also want people to understand perception. The way you perceive an adult talking to you is directly related to how adults are talking to you at home. If you're used to passive and you're used to okay and you're right and that kind of, I could understand why you think this teacher is talking with aggression, which is why I stand in this is directly related to how children are raised in their households, because it's all perception. It's all, and she could be having an aggressive tone. It's all perception. And so you got the mother here. She goes on to say, what I think the problem is, the teachers are not taking a class on how to deal with children, his mother added. You have to learn de-escalation techniques to help those kids versus aggravating a situation. And there's a difference between de-escalating by calling a sentry and calling the police to come to the classroom, because that to me is a form of de-escalation, and then preventing yourself from getting hurt. There's two different things here. We're talking about two different things. We're talking about life-saving measures, and we're talking about following procedures. Okay? Did she follow procedure? She did. Should she have pushed back on the child? No, but again, we're going to go back to, we've seen time and time again, these kids are hurting the fuck out of these teachers. This is alarming. Directly related to the parents. Are you kidding me? Who wouldn't look at this and say, "Oh wow"? I looked at that and said, you've lost your mind." Now this woman, she broke her damn leg, broke her leg. She's gonna need months of rehab. Okay, so now they're considering whether they're gonna file possible criminal charges on this child. Y'all get into this. Like possible criminal charges. Somebody's leg was broke. Well, she needed to die for there to be some criminal charges brought against this girl. And thank God for recording. Thank God for videos. Otherwise, we'd have been sitting here scrambling.
Attacking a Rockdale County teacher, sending her to the hospital with a broken leg. Good evening. Thanks so much for joining us tonight. I'm Tom Haynes. The sheriff's office and the school district now have open investigations. Newsnet reporter Joy Dukes joins us now from the live desk. Joy, teacher advocates say classrooms have gotten more violent over the years.
Yeah, Tom, that teacher will have to undergo rehabilitation for her injuries. A representative for a state teachers union says that kind of violence at the hands of students is directly related to the country's massive teacher shortage.
This video of a student attacking a teacher inside a Heritage High School classroom on January 26th is now under review by the school district and authorities with the Rockdale County Sheriff's Office.
Students are out of control.
The video, which has since been shared thousands of times on social media, shows
You
chaos erupting in the hallway after an argument between the student and teacher, seen here, escalates as that student appears to slam the classroom door on the teacher and then begins to throw punches.
There is no excuse for the violence. There is no excuse for children who are coming to our schools daily, and we can have it so others cannot learn.
Verdelia Turner is the president of the Georgia Federation of Teachers. She says she was angered by what she saw in that video when she first watched it Monday. She tells Fox 5 incidents like this one make it difficult to keep teachers inside the classroom.
When we search the web and just Google student assaults on teachers, we'll see numerous assaults across the country.
She believes both students and parents should be held accountable.
In this city and this state, we are in a state of emergency, and right now, we need zero tolerance.
A spokesperson for Rockdale County Public Schools issued a statement that reads in part, quote, RCPS does not tolerate student violence towards any staff members. Students who harm other students or staff will be disciplined according to our Student Discipline Code of Conduct and will be appropriately charged by law enforcement.
Now, it's unclear exactly what disciplinary action that student is facing from the school tonight. No word on potential criminal charges at this time either, but the Rockdale County Sheriff's Office says the investigation is active and ongoing. From the live desk, Joy Dukes, Fox 5 News.
Very disturbing video there. Joy, thanks.
They don't know if they're going to bring charges or not. If it was me, it wouldn't be a question of whether you're bringing charges or not. After you done found my shoe broke off somewhere in her hair, you're going to then have charges pressed. That is completely inappropriate. No teacher deserves to be going to their job, doing their instruction, and having somebody's child disrupt the whole educational process simply because they don't want to be called out for their piss poor behavior. So here's the thing. The lesson that she should have learned from her parents wrapping that shit up at an early age, nipping that shit in the bud when it first creeped out, it didn't happen. So now we're here. And you know what happens? You're risking this girl's education in the long run. This girl now may be exposed, have a record. Now she's known as, oh, you whooped that teacher. That might be something she liked. Now you've perpetuated this environment because the lesson wasn't nipped at an early age. This is why I always, y'all know it's coming on a t-shirt, that companion shirt. The lessons, they're always there. Half the time we see these stories is because they haven't learned what they should have learned at an early age. Parents, adults, men, women, it doesn't matter. Everything, it always comes full circle. And for this girl, that shit wasn't cute. And if you was in my family, I know I'll be on calling your ass from Maryland. The fuck you doing? Who did TT knock your ass out? That shit is not cute. It's not cute. What reputation you want? You want to be known as the girl that's running around school beating people ass? I tell you this. See, you're a thin girl. She's a teacher and she was trying to protect herself. You want to be tough like that? All right, sweet pie. Run up on one of them folks like that. Run up on a girl your age in your community. That's tough to me. And see what happens. Look, looks can be deceiving. I say it all the time about myself, but girl, pulling a stunt like this on a teacher, that already gives me the mindset you don't know your weight. You don't know how to carry it. If you really about that life, you'd have left that teacher alone. That ain't even where you putting your energy. Piss poor ass. And parents, I ain't letting y'all ass up. Piss poor behavior. I don't give a damn if y'all was going to church every day and she was going with y'all. It was somewhere along the line. Little girl didn't know this is not the way to carry herself. And as far as these the student and the mom saying that teachers, okay, I get what you're saying, but there's a clear distinction between de-escalating a situation and then I'm about to get my ass beat by some child. What do you want me to choose? I'm going to call it to get her off of me. I'm going to call, hey, this girl's in my face. Y'all better come. Hey, now, come get her. If y'all didn't see in the beginning, that's what she was doing. Let me play this clip one more time, y'all. Check this out. That's what she was doing literally in the beginning of the clip.
I don't give a fuck if you're her daughter or not. You're not gonna talk to me like that, you dumbass bitch.
Wow,
You're not gonna talk to me like that.
Kick through the phone.
Bitch, you're not gonna talk to me like that. You're not gonna talk to me like that. You dumbass playing my face right now. You need to give her a punch.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my God.
Put your hands on me. Yeah, I swear to God, if you don't get your hands, put your hands on me. Give me your hands. I'm gonna start swinging back.
Oh, goddamn!
That would have been the day I gave up my career down to the Burger King mopping floors on some real shit. You saw the level of de-escalation. The girl, she was on the phone. The girl knocked the phone out of her hand. Okay? Get out of my face. Get out of my face. De-escalation 1, 2. What else you want her to do in that scene? Go in her face? Get out of my face. Then she literally tried to walk out of the classroom, speaking loudly so the other person, they can come, hey, y'all better come get Shotty. As she's doing that, the girl literally pushes her. So she, girl, you got to stay away from me now. And the girl, get off me, don't touch me, but you can touch me. And then the girl attacks. So to me, what do you mean teachers need to watch how they de-escalate situations? And you know, Roman is the one that will call everybody out. If the teacher is wrong, the bus driver wrong, the principal wrong, I'm down for it. But in this instance, I'm sorry. Your daughter was wrong. She need to be charged with criminal. There needs to be criminal charges under that girl. What the hell was that shit? She need the lesson learned. I'm sorry. The lesson needs to be learned. It needs to be curbed. The behavior needs to be curbed now before it gets out of hand. And then you got something, she getting shot up because she thought she can go bully somebody else. I'm being real, keeping it real. So we got the Georgia high school student. And sorry to the teacher who got her leg broken. You didn't expect that going to school that day in your leg was going to be broken. Nobody expects that. And like they said, this is simply due to a huge teacher shortage crisis that they're facing. And you got these heavy populated classrooms where it's hard to be able to divert the kind of attention you want to specifically to individual students, especially students who need specialized attention, specialized instruction. You can't do that in these populated classrooms. And they were saying in this district, they have a teacher shortage. It's a huge teacher shortage. And so now you have to deal with this. I be damned. And now you have, and I understand. I see why teachers are flocking and fleeing and going elsewhere. Crew, what do y'all think? Am I crazy for saying I would have been like all over that like a bag? Okay. I would have lost my job that day. Okay. I had teachers who had an aggressive tone. And I understand that. And I get that. But if a teacher has an aggressive tone with you, my first recourse now would be to tell my parents and hope they would then respond. Then, when I was a child, not knowing what I know now, I probably would have thrown an attitude, but I would never get in a teacher's face. I would never get in the teacher's face. Not like that. I would never. I would be too fearful of the repercussions. Is the teacher gonna hit me back? Am I gonna go to jail? Am I gonna get a beat? Like, you didn't fear none of that. You didn't fear the teacher hitting you back. You didn't fear going to jail. You didn't fear what your parents would do. That all leads me to believe that in your household or wherever you hang out at, this is the norm. And baby, you carry that behavior on, high school student, sweetheart, aka future locked up star mate, cast member. You keep that shit up. You'll see she would have gotten a grown woman ass whooping, period. Like she's always needed was a grown woman's ass whooping. That's what she always needed. Yeah, I'm sorry, fight me like that. Yeah, I'm getting active on your ass, grown up or not. The child definitely deserves a criminal charge. Are you kidding me? Okay, I'm talking about possible. Possible where, sir? My leg is broken. I came here with a completely fixed leg. I'm leaving limping. Criminal charges where? No excuse for that behavior. Hey, teacher Shawan, thank you for coming through. I appreciate it. Hey, Bobby, thank y'all for coming through. Hey, crew, thank y'all for coming through. I would have been fighting. I ain't going to lie. Self-defense, period. Well, there goes my plan to become a teacher after I retire from my current job. I would hate to be a senior citizen in prison. It's gonna be even more of a shortage with this type of behavior from these kids. My first job out of college was as a substitute teacher. Child, I had to walk away because the disrespectful child tried me and ended up not being able to walk with their class at graduate. You wasn't having it. You wasn't having it. And kids need more teachers like you, substitute or not. But you wasn't having it. And that's the problem. They parents having it. They letting them have it. No, there ain't nowhere ever is that okay. Not okay. Now, get into this other crazy story before we get into our real criminal story. So every once in a while we get a Karen attacks. And you know, so far 2023 has been skirting by. I ain't been seeing many Karen attacks. I've been seeing some, but I ain't seen none that really made me want to go, oh, let me bring this to the crew attention. Well, we got one. So this man and his children were invited to water the flowers at his friend's home who happened to be out of town that week. So they're watering the flowers, the little girls watering the flowers, and out of nowhere comes dun 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 Karen, who not only she's threatening the little girls because at this point the father is elsewhere around the house. So when he arrives, he sees the girls crying because she's asked them for ID. I need your address, your name, your mom. Where are you from? Why are you here? They're freaking out. So father comes over with his camera out. I said, I knew you was ready. I said, what we doing now? I said, they might as well make a new device called camera recording, camera patrol, where we can wear around our neck. Shit. You got one? You might as well record every fucking interaction we got in America at this point. Shit. Almost every second of your life is becoming evidence. Do you hear me? I'm not lying. So get into this, okay? I was very baffled by how she tried to turn this situation on to look at how you respond to me. Look at how you're responding to me. Look at how you're responding to me. And so get into this. I'm gonna get more commentary after this, and then I'm gonna give you a comment from someone who's actually a white woman and what she thought of this situation. So y'all check this out, crew. And thank y'all for being here for me this morning and give me some love. Make sure y'all hit that like button for me.
Karen insulting my daughter, coming out here. My daughter's been coming here watering plants for 3 weeks while they're out of town. You don't know them. You insulted my child. We live in a neighborhood. Karen, welcome to the internet, Karen. You got little girls crying. Welcome to the internet, Karen. The new Karen. Welcome to the neighborhood, Karen.
I need a name.
I've lived here. You don't need a name. You need to get away. You need to go somewhere.
If you don't know,
you need to go somewhere, Karen. Out here making little girls cry for watering plants at a friend of ours' house, and you're the new Karen. You need to go somewhere, Karen. Welcome to the internet, Karen. Welcome to the internet. Making little girls cry for watering flowers. The new Karen. Welcome.
Just come over.
She's still sitting here on my property. First of all, how are you insulting these kids? Obviously, you must have stepped on the property.
I don't know what's going on with her, but she seems drunk and she's still standing here on my property.
I know that's right. You hear him? He on the phone. She's sitting
Have all these little girls crying. Welcome to the neighborhood, Karen.
Something just don't smell right with me.
Well, you don't smell right. You don't smell right, Karen.
You can't handle your control right now.
You don't smell right, Karen.
You can't handle your control right now.
Okay, Karen. See you later, Karen. Please do stay here.
Right here. Go handle the kids. They live here. You're too busy on phones.
They're watering the plants like they're supposed to, Karen.
Ooh. When I saw that, I said, first you got to give it up for homeboy in the background. Give it up for him. Baby, if that wouldn't have been King Roman in the background on the phone, she looks drunk, and I think she got a weapon on her. Baby, we gonna play it one more time. Did y'all see her in the back? Well, yes, we're gonna play it again, because yes, we're gonna expose these hoes. Yes, another Karen attacks. Are you kidding me? For 3 weeks, these kids have been doing this, and she's been antagonizing them to the point that the girl is crying. How dare you walk up and ask somebody their address, their name? Kids, we're not talking about an adult. Okay, I get it if you ask an adult that. Children, first thing you ask them is, hey, sweetie, where's your mom and dad? First fucking thing. Who are you to ask me my name, my address, and I'm of a child age? Y'all gonna get enough of thinking this. I'm still bent about Kylie Jenner wearing a noose around her neck. When I tell y'all I'm so mad about that, I get really mad about that because I feel like she's playing in our face, and that shit makes me mad. So then you get shit like this. Leave these kids alone. For you expose something, these kids watering the garden, and another school come by and say, hey, we'll take y'all under our wing. Y'all gonna get enough of trying to flip this shit. Now, get into this comment. Okay, so I'm trolling because I found this on Twitter. I'm trolling Twitter and I'm just, seeing what people are saying. And I come across this comment and I said, bingo, bingo. I had already thought this in my head. I said, bingo. So she goes and says this. I'm white, and even I know why he has to keep filming. As long as that woman is near his kids or him, he needs proof of if cops come. He turns off the video and she could say he did something inappropriate. He is a good father protecting his kids and himself. Abso-fucking-lutely. Absolutely. Absolutely. And this is why I say it's critical. Get it. And when you're in a moment, if you can't tell a person that I got my law enforcement, I got my attorney on the way, I need to notify my attorney, I need my legal representative, you need to throw that law legal word in there so fucking quick, bitch. I know my rights. Let me get my representative here. And if you in a confrontation with somebody, you know you in the wrong, and you got some civil cases coming on where you don't cause somebody to cause you emotional distress because of their discrimination, you better pull your camera out and get to filming. Action, scene 1. Let's go, Karen. Let's go. Are you kidding me? This is some piss poor behavior. Insulting, and then you have nerve enough. Go get your kids. Go get your kids. You're not doing a good job. I can't do the job of being a father because you in my fucking face bothering me about my kids. Now, let's say the tables were turned, and people could easily say, well, Roman, she's in her neighborhood. She has every right to be concerned. But if the tables were turned and we saw all 4 little white babies, innocent, precious babies, watering flowers on the neighbor's lawn for 3 weeks, would we be here? Would we be here? That's the real question. And this is why we expose it. And this is why it does need to come to the light. Because I don't want my little nephews and cousins and their children to be doing these kind acts. These acts of kindness in someone else's community at a young age instead of shooting them up or being gang related or doing something negative with their time. Watering flowers. Hell, I don't even want to water flowers. I didn't want to do it then. But they want to do that, and that to you is alarming. That's why I'm sitting here looking like y'all gonna stop fucking with our kids on my top. Yeah. So let's expose Karen one more time. And when they dox her and get her information, I'll be back. I'll be back with her information. You think I'm gonna let up on this hoe? I ain't letting up on her. Y'all gonna leave them alone. That's what y'all gonna do every time. I want to dox you down to your job. I want them to get your job out here. I want everybody in your community to know how you treat kids.
Karen insulting my daughter, coming out here. My daughter's been coming here watering plants for 3 weeks while they're out of town. You don't know them. You insulted my child. We live in a neighborhood. Karen, welcome to the internet, Karen. You got little girls crying. Welcome to the internet, Karen. The new Karen. Welcome to the neighborhood, Karen.
I need a name.
I've lived here. You don't need a name. You need to get away. You need to go somewhere.
If you don't know,
you need to go somewhere, Karen. Out here making little girls cry for watering plants at a friend of ours' house, and you're the new Karen. You need to go somewhere, Karen. Welcome to the internet, Karen. Welcome to the internet. Making little girls cry for watering flowers. The new Karen. Welcome.
Just come over.
She's still sitting here on my property.
First of all, how are you insulting these kids? Obviously, you must have stepped on the property.
I don't know what's going on with her, but she seems drunk, and she's still standing here on my property. You got the girls crying.
Okay, is she still
All
drunk?
these little girls crying. Welcome to the neighborhood, Karen.
Something just don't smell right with me.
Well, you don't smell right. You don't smell right,
You can't
Karen.
handle your control right now.
You don't smell right,
You can't handle
Karen.
your control right now.
Okay, Karen. See you later, Karen. Please do stay here.
Right here. Go handle the kids. They live here. You're too busy at phones.
They're watering the plants like they're supposed to, Karen.
Baby, how I would have totally disrespected her whole lip. She would have turned red. I would have ate her up. If you don't, I would have ate her up. I'm talking about ate her. All of my ancestral vengeance would have came out. And I want to say this too. Okay, I want to say this too because we do have our precious Let me shout out to everybody that came in the room. Hey, Risa. Hey, Boo. Good morning. Good morning. Hey, Cheryl Burnett. Good morning. Thank y'all. One of the people in the back. What up? Good morning. Good morning. Thank y'all for being here. The last bit of salvation, I would have be gone. She would be swallowing 32 chicklets. Leave that. She is drunk and have a weapon on her. Baby, y'all duck. I'd have been all on. We got a duck. Sir, hold on. Hold on. I think she walking this way. I'd have been all the acted the ass. What's good for the goose is good for the gander. I'd have been playing in role. Scene, cut, baby. Not even an adult. It's none of your business. Are you kidding me? I am him and he is me. Kylie is playing. That's why I unfollow her on. And I'm not supporting trash no more. Okay. And this is what I was gonna say. So we got our precious Bobby. Bobby, I do believe you are a white woman in the chat, and I want to say thank you so much for supporting and coming and watching the show. And I know I cover these very sensitive topics that look may look divisive, may put pit people together, but I want you to know, and anybody else, if there's at any time you feel like there's something you want to say, Roman, that ain't right, feel comfortable that our chat, the mods, the crew that we run with, you good. You're gonna have people that's gonna go up for you, and you're gonna have people be like, well, all right, Bobby, but just know at all times you're welcome over here. It ain't no this is about getting stuff out for the black culture. And that's why I said thank you so much for supporting us and understanding some of the plight and seeing some of the plight that we go through and recognizing and calling that shit out. I appreciate it. I don't have no hate in my heart for nobody, but I definitely want to call shit out. So I want you to know I love and appreciate that. And thank you for seeing in me that I'm not that kind of individual, and you can roll over here and you can always feel free. Roman, now what if she was, because I would welcome that. And I would say, all right, Bobby, I see what you're saying. Because we need that over here. We need that nice balance. So thank you. Thank you so much as always. I wanted to get that off my chest because I never want you to feel uncomfortable about any topic. I want you to come dive right in like, okay, all right, what's going on here? Any comfortable. If it's a black topic, a white topic, a gay topic, and this is for anybody, anything I cover here, if you know about it, you don't know about it, you feel like I'm being subjective or objective, feel free to always drop down and check King Roman. The crew, we're about love and participation and engagement. We know y'all have experiences and perspectives I don't. So feel free to always check me on something or correct me on something or fix something, okay? Hey Zap, good morning. Thank you for coming through. That house is on point. It was on point. That's why she didn't expect them to be gardening the flowers. How y'all know the neighbor? Excuse me? What you mean? How I know the neighbor? The way she feels entitled, her requiring a name, address, and date of birth. Girl, go a whole date of birth. If you don't skip your ass down, you smelling like Budweiser and crickets. Get your ass on somewhere. I know I would have hurt her feelings. Listen, ashy ankles. If you don't take the glasses off, I'm sure you look like you got knocked upside the fucking head, bitch. What's good? Like I know it would have been a problem, a whole fucking problem. Go find you something, a whole something. Don't you got a man to flip over off the couch? Don't you got like some groceries to go get? Like, ain't somebody getting ready to come off soccer practice, ho? Don't you got to fuel the van up, bitch? Why are you out here harassing who's in the neighborhood? Do you do the same shit when garbage is left outside, bitch? Like, all the shit in the world, you want to fuck with them. Would have called her everything but a child of God. If you don't get your ass out of here, girl, the grandma and me would have come out. Okay, Mama Chapman, good morning. We love us some Bobby over here. Bobby. Shout out to Bobby. No, my babies are mixed. I love black culture and I call bullshit when I see it's wrong and you speak the truth, all love. Thank you. I'm all about keeping things off my chest. And I always felt that way. I'm like, I wonder what Bobby gonna think. But girl, we all good. We all good over here. So we got that's another Karen again. So hopefully this bubbles up to the surface. But if I get information, I'm gonna come dox the hell out of that girl. I ain't gonna go seek it, but I'm damn sure gonna talk about it. So now let's get into our crime stories, our murder stories. These are crazy, yo. This is so fucking crazy. But before I do that, because we got more people coming in the room, I want to make sure y'all know that today's question of the day, which I'm going to only answer at the end of the show, hold your answers for the end of the show, do not answer right now, is what would you trade for the other if you had to choose one? Would you trade love for respect, money for power, happiness for the return of a loved one, or freedom for wealth? And we'll hold it, and we'll talk about it at the end of the show. All right, so let's get to these crime stories. So the first story, very, very sad story, and this just recently happened. So we have an amputee man. So this came across my Twitter literally yesterday. Huntington Park, California police officers shoot dead Anthony Lowy Jr., a double amputee man who tried to run away from them on the stumps of his legs. The cops said they were afraid Lowe would throw the knife he had. Now, I got to tell you the story because I got to keep it real with you. I got to keep it real with you. I can't even lie, okay? So, we got this man. He's an amputee man, okay? He just lost his legs a year ago. So, he's been depressed. Okay? So, he was been out allegedly drunk on a stoop outside in Huntington Park, which is Southern California. And now he was out there, and this man was just walking by, and out of nowhere, Anthony Lowe, the father, he's also a father, scoots over on his wheelchair and stabs the man in his neck and in his chest. And then he goes. So police are called. They first rush this man to the hospital. People tell him it's a man on a wheelchair that attacked him. So they go to chase after the man on the wheelchair. Now, that's where I'm going to pause and I'm going to let you see the video footage. Now, I had to put my own little edit on it because it was a little graphic and I don't want to get flagged. But y'all going to see the initial what happened. It's only a 10-second clip because I had to edit it out. Check this out. So what ends up happening is the man is not, now here's where we get legal. I have to get legal with you all. So the man at that point, once he sees police officers are coming with guns following him after they find him, he is running away from them. The knife isn't pointed towards them, it's going the other way. Then when they counter him, get close up on him, he hops out the wheelchair with the knife face towards them and tries to go back. At that point in time, that's when police officers said they felt threatened. They thought he was going to throw the knife at them, and they shot him. And that's what we saw on the clip. So I'm going to show you the clip again now that you got some context to see what actually happened. Now, I'm going to hold my commentary until after I give you the full story. So they, they of course have not fired the police. They haven't fired the police, but they've been suspended. So the involved officers were placed on paid administrative leave pending and ongoing investigations from the police department, the sheriff's department, homicide bureau, and the Los Angeles district attorney. The sheriff department confirmed it is investigating but declined to comment. Now, they declined to comment on that. The family now is wanting justice. They think it was not justified. They think that this killing was excessive police force, and it was brutal. They didn't have to shoot him that many times. He was not going to cause them any threat. Again, Roman is saving his commentary until the end. I want y'all to see, because I want y'all to hear the family's plea. I want y'all to get all the emotional nuggets I got as well before I give my commentary, because I can only be fair. I could only be fair in this. So here we go. And shout out to the crew. Please hit that like button for me too. Give me some love this morning.
We are hearing from the mother of Anthony Lowe just days after he was shot at Huntington Park, and she says she doesn't understand how her son, a double amputee in a wheelchair, was a threat to officers. Rob Hayes has more.
Anthony Lowe Jr. was just 36 years old when he was shot to death by Huntington Park police officers last week after police say he threatened them with a knife. He was also a double amputee who was in a wheelchair.
Son, they murdered my son in a wheelchair with no legs.
Today, Lowe's family and members of the Coalition for Community Control over the Police held a news conference in front of the Huntington Park Police Department condemning the shooting as another example of police brutality.
He's out of his wheelchair. He's amputated in both legs at the knee, and he's moving away from the officers.
The Huntington Park shooting come on the heels of this.
Damn, I didn't do anything.
The beating death of Tyree Nichols at the hands of 5 Memphis police officers. Body cam video showing the brutal assault stirring nationwide protests. And Lowe's family members say this case is reminiscent of the 2020 killing of George Floyd at the hands of Minneapolis police officers.
This situation is worse than George Floyd. Period. When these radios go out, it's going to be all bad.
She's referring to surveillance and cell phone video that the LA County Sheriff's Department has collected. Sheriff's investigators are now heading up the probe into the officers involved in the shooting.
If you guys are here to protect and serve us, protect us, serve us. You know, don't kill us.
Eyewitness News reached out to the Huntington Park Police Department. Officials declined to comment on camera, but released a written statement saying Lowe was armed with a 12-inch butcher knife, had already stabbed one man, and was refusing to drop the knife, threatening to throw it at officers. According to the statement, officers tased Lowe twice, and when he tried throwing the knife at the officers again, they opened fire. Lowe was pronounced dead at the scene. Now, the officers involved in the shooting are on paid administrative leave. There is no body cam video of the shooting, however, because Huntington Park Police don't wear those cameras.
Hello, I'm Mark Brown. Get more great ABC7 content by clicking the subscribe button for our YouTube channel and download the ABC7 Los Angeles streaming app on Fire TV, Android TV, app.
Honey, you're telling us too much. My opinion, my honest opinion. See, here's the fucking thing. Here's the thing I go through all the time in these situations. I always think, right? And I asked my friend. So of course I'm gonna have some extra context. But here's the thing. You got two things going on here. You have the procedure, the actual protocol, the process, the actual procedure that police authorities must follow in that scenario. And then you have the actual threat. Okay, so you have and you can't have a threat if you don't have the procedure. So it must be a threat to the procedure. So then you ask yourself, what was the threat to the procedure? Then you wonder, what is the procedure in a situation where you have someone who is disabled wielding a knife in a scenario like this? Well, some may say the procedure is for you to call additional authorities, and to stand off, stand back. Some people may say that. Others might say you might need to get what they have been calling now a medical unit on standby to come assess the situation, to find out if there's medication involved. But you wouldn't know any of that. There would be no threat. There would be no need to fire because you've exhausted all of those options. Then it becomes a threat. So to me, in my eyes, I saw rookie police officers, in my mind, not knowing how to de-escalate this. This is different than that high school student. This is absolutely a case of how do you de-escalate a situation when we do have a paraplegic, someone who does not have their legs, yielding a knife. What do I do? Roman, as a citizen, I would have never got that close to him. I would have made sure citizens stand back. Everybody get away. Everybody get away. We need all units here. Everybody needs to be here like we do in other situations. Remember the man who drove across town and killed the girl's family? Well, they waited for him. They called all units for him. That was California. They called everybody on duty to surround this house for him. But here in this situation, the immediate thought was, let's go in. Now you have the threat. What's the threat? Well, he could throw the knife at me. So in my mind is, if you thought that threat through and your first instinct was we need to shoot him because he's only a threat to me and not no other citizens around, there's no gun involved. And then some people talk about, what's the force of him throwing that? Yeah, he could take them out. That could have definitely thrown in between their face. That's why I don't understand. What should they have done? So they have this investigation going. They have they're on paid administrative leave pending this investigation. And we're gonna find out, we're gonna find out that there may have been procedures and protocols not followed in this story. And I'm waiting for the investigation to come out. I'm gonna continue to update you on this story. Shout out to the family. Shout out to the family. The man was a father. He lost his legs a year ago and he suffered depression because of the loss of his legs. And I have my brother who potentially who went through the similar thing, being shot in Florida. And I don't know if he's going through depression or anything like that, but God forbid my brother goes through depression and he's out and something like this happened. I would absolutely want to know 100% before they shot and killed my brother, all proper protocols and all procedures were followed that could have subdued the threat. Because again, there can't be a threat first before procedures are followed. What kind of police work is that? You have to first, okay, we got on scene. We saw this man. You don't go keep chasing after the man. He got a damn knife. Are you provoking him or are you causing him to stop? I can see if he had no weapon, hands up. Yeah. That's almost like, what if he had a gun and would you have kept walking then? No, because the threat there would have been higher. But you kept walking because it was a knife. Obviously, you didn't it wasn't as much of a threat to me. This is just to me. Now, yes, the man should have not been wielding a knife. Yes, the man killed someone. And yes, he should be going to jail right now for that. Not dying. He should be serving time for that. Obviously. But in my mind, I absolutely need people to 100% understand there needs to be procedures that have to be followed to subdue the threat before the threat has been exhausted to the point where you feel like you need to kill them. You need to shoot them. Okay, get them. No, you follow it for everybody fucking else. I want to know you followed it for me. So in this investigation, the first thing we're going to look for when more details come out is what procedures are in place. Did they follow them? What wasn't followed? And what are the consequences? So right now I'm on the side of the family. Sorry, I am. I just am. And that's why I said I want to hold my thoughts, because I was reading a lot of the comments of this story and people were like, he should have known better. Yeah, he should have known better, but God damn it, I really feel like they should have known better too. That's just Roman, but y'all can correct me. Let's go chat. I know I feel like y'all already like, maybe. Personally, I do not think they had to shoot him. He is a double amputee. He wouldn't be able to put force behind that throw in his haste because he can't. Same thing I said there's a reason why you all approached him more. See, if it was a gun, you ain't going that far. You know that gun will take you out. But a knife? Really? Okay. All right. Hey, pretty chocolate girl. Good morning. Good morning. Thank you for coming through. He didn't even have the proper balance to throw that knife. It seemed like he was more afraid of you all than you were of him. He literally jumped himself out of his chair, walking on his nubs, on his knees. That man was trying to get away. Taking him would have worked, in my opinion. Gave him some justice. Maybe he wanted to sit in jail. Maybe he needed that time to clear his mind and his head. Who knows? I agree. I don't think they should have shot him. They're always fearing for their lives. However, Anthony maybe wanted to be deleted by a cop. Oh, that's true too. That's true. I mean, you have to look at it. He was suffering depression. That's true. I can't count that out. Sometimes you just don't have to shoot. He only had a knife. He only had a knife. Can't compare these two altercations. You see, they want to nip him in. It's coming off of Tyree Nichols and George Floyd. Don't play yourself. Cops do not protect and serve in black and brown areas. They surveil and govern. Period. Yeah, they didn't have to shoot him, but he stabbed somebody. They could have tased him. Girl, I told you, proper protocol and procedure. Would you tell me the next step in subduing somebody who has a wielding knife at you is to try to get your taser out and tase him? Because they did that with Tyree Nichols. They did that with a couple of other folks, and so we didn't see that. Okay, all right, Ox City 805 Queen. Don't let me find out you talking about a procedure that could have been followed before a shooting occurred. Okay. If cops can't disarm a double amputee with a knife, something is wrong. Period. I mean, Risa, he has no legs. There has to be other options than shooting all the time. Period. A whole shame. because they seem to follow one script for everyone. That's why I believe even our babies are being shot. And to no fucking resolve. And then we find out, of course, the only thing we put the police officers in jail. There's really nothing else that comes from it. We can't say the baby's alive to see their future. No, they're gone. Now another life is lost, but you get to go in jail. Couple years, you'll be let out and you'll have a job. The shit is getting tiring. So yeah, I'm here. I'm here. I'm here. So I follow that story. In this next story, this is some of the craziest shit right here. Like, now, if we've never talked about a story where somebody should have never been let out of jail, but they have, this is one. So we have this man named Torian Hudson, man charged with attempted murder, accused of another crime while out on bond. Let's get into this. So Torian Hudson, okay, and this is coming to us out of Torian Hudson is coming to us out of Michigan, Detroit, Michigan. So Torian Hudson, check this shit out. So back on December 21st, right, at a Sunoco gas station, he gets into an argument with his 17-year-old girlfriend then at the time, Kyla Moore. Mad at her, decides to attack her, not only attack her, shoot her. Shot her in the face. He flees the scene. Police later apprehend this man. He gets arrested. They put him on a $1 million bond. He finds a cash bond agency that gives him $250,000. He gets out, right? He gets out, and as he got out on January 13th, he got out, went to his baby mom house, walked up in there, same fucking weekend. He got out, walked into his baby mom house, past the cousins and relatives. I don't know how the fuck that shit happened. Beat her up brutally and shot her. Now, she don't want to come to the police. She don't want to tell the police. She don't want to say nothing. She's scared. She's fearful for her life because she saw what happened to the first girl. Now, get this. Before the December 21st thing, 24 hours before that, he had beat on another woman and shot her. And that girl was 16. And she was scared to say anything, so she kept quiet. So this man only has one case on him, out on bond. So they are the whole fucking prosecutors are like, whoa, now wait. So they're calling an emergency hearing today to see if they could do something about getting this man back in jail, because all of these women, even the woman in the hospital, she's fearful of her life recovering. The mama's fearful. I said, wait, this don't even sound fucking right. But we got another one of these cases. So first victim, just 24 hours. So the woman, Kyla Moore, he shot her on December 21st. But 24 hours before that, he shot another woman and grazed her. He was getting, and so the mother said she was getting off of work. The police called her and said, yeah, he had jumped on her and shot the house with other witnesses in there 3 times. So according to the girl's niece, she said her niece was pregnant with his baby at the time. Her niece didn't want to press charges. She's scared. That's just it. She's scared. I said, bitch, you got to be kidding me. Not with all my relatives around. You ain't got to be scared, honey. You ain't got to worry about pressing charges. Bitch, he hit me too. I'm pressing charges. Ho, you was shot, bitch. I was shot too. Somebody come over here and bruise this arm, bitch. What? I don't know what kind of family people got. I'm telling you now, black people, black culture. We got to be there for each other when we see the weakest person on our team can't do it. Talking about I couldn't even get on camera and tell y'all she's scared to press charges because charges would be pressed. Are you kidding me? You ain't no fucking way you walking up in the house and I'm there with my cousins slapping and shooting some shit around. You better ask my cousin. You better ask somebody who know me. You better ask my friends. Y'all better give me the 144 or the 411 before the 144. Y'all better give me the 411 before shit go off, Roman. It's gonna be okay. Don't say nothing. Don't do nothing. I need the lowdown because I don't go down for none of that dumb shit. And again, before I place blame on this man, I'm definitely looking at the family. She pregnant and y'all let him just walk up on her, beat up on her, and shoot her 3 times? Oh, okay. So then we get to the third victim, Hudson found himself back in police custody over the weekend for an attack on his child's mother, a third victim in a separate incident. The same woman that he had hit 24 hours ago before the woman on December 21st. So now you got 3 incidents. Women just getting beat. And this man is out to this day right now as we're talking, as I'm telling you this story right now, he's out. And all these women are fearful, scared, don't understand how he got let out. I don't either. They say they gave him a tether and a house arrest. I said, bitch, he had a tether and a house arrest when he just attacked the baby mom over the weekend. What the fuck does that do? What? Here we go again. Another domestic violence story where it seems like nobody cares about it until somebody has to die. I bet you if somebody gets killed, then, oh, yeah, he needs to be. Why? Detroit? Why? Michigan? So, of course, he will have an emergency motion to revoke the defendant's bond tomorrow, which is today at 8:30 a.m. as we speak, before Judge Patricia Jefferson in 36th District Court. It is alleged that he has violated his bond resulting from an arrest for domestic violence involving the mother of his child and her mother. So y'all get into this. Y'all get into this story, man. It's crazy. I don't understand how he even walking around. Bet you wouldn't be walking around nowhere near me. Cottonhead looking ass boy. Slow ass in the brain. These same niggas that don't have no fucking education, no wherewithal for themselves, want to beat on a woman because they don't have no direction, no goals. But want somebody to follow you. Follow what? Pussy.
A man freed from jail after a judge slashed his bond for attempted murder is back in custody tonight, accused of more violence. Prosecutors have once again filed for an emergency hearing to revoke the bond of Torian Hudson. 7 Action News reporter Alex Bozartian talked to people who feared his release was a dangerous mistake.
Now, I've been strong for so long, trying to help my daughter heal.
Keita Moore says today was her breaking point. The man accused of shooting her daughter is back in police custody after they say he violently assaulted his pregnant girlfriend on January 30th.
My daughter almost died. And to come to find out, this young lady, the condition she's in. It could have been avoided. I'm sad.
Detroit police say on December 21st, Torian Hudson shot Moore's daughter Kyla in the neck at this Sunoco gas station. Just 24 hours before, he allegedly tried to shoot a woman. Moore has gotten close to that victim's aunt.
I was getting off work. They called me and said that he had jumped on her and he shot in the house with other witnesses in the house 3 to 5 times.
According to Patrice Young, her niece was also pregnant with Hudson's baby at the time. Young says she didn't want to press charges.
She's scared. That's just it. She's scared.
That feeling is something Kyla Moore knows all too well. She's had 4 lung surgeries since being shot. Because of her condition, she didn't want to show her face on camera.
I'm always mad, and then I'm having flashbacks on top of that. And then them letting him out made it worse.
Hudson's bond was originally set at $1 million. A judge, Larry Williams, slashed it to $250,000. He was able to post bail on January 13th and was not ordered to wear a GPS tracker.
Imagine if I denied, if I did not press, what could have happened?
A week later, he was back in court, and while his bond didn't change, the judge did order him to wear a GPS tracker. Detroit Police Chief James White says he never should have gotten out in the first place.
I don't know what the disconnect is. I mean, we all have a responsibility as law enforcement professionals, including judges, to ensure that our streets are safe. The officers are doing their job. They're working hard. We're locking these folks up that are victimizing our community. And there's a responsibility that comes along with that.
Hudson found himself back behind bars over the weekend for an alleged attack on his child's mother, a different person and separate from the incident on December 30th. This evening, we reached out to both judges who presided over Hudson's hearings. We are waiting to hear back.
This is now 3 people that we know that he has assaulted.
I knew what he was capable. He's shown who he is.
Because of these new allegations, the Wayne County Prosecutor's Office is holding an emergency hearing tomorrow at 8:30. They're going to argue that Hudson's bond should be revoked. In Detroit, I'm Alex Bozartian.
I just don't. I just, before I get to them, I just don't understand the parents that be sitting here like, I knew what he was capable of. When did you know this? Just for the record. Not saying, I just want to know for the record, when did you know he was capable of doing this? How early could we have prevented this is my question. Like, if you know your child is with a sucker, best you let them know, then we be sitting here having this kind of conversation. Everybody, friends, family, everybody. I say it all the time. You better watch out. That motherfucker seem crazy as hell. I hope you got shit on deck. Bitch, if you need something, let me know. I'm always that crazy friend. Yes, I definitely think that way. Absolutely. Ain't that bitch getting past me. I see everybody and everything online, offline, skip line, everything, zip line, everything. And I think people need to be conscious of that with the people around them, your family and your friends, and tell them. Ain't no way you walking up in my house and we sitting around lollygagging as family and you come in beating on your pregnant girlfriend in front of me, bit, and you got a gun and you shooting. First of all, we'd have been calling 911. Second of all, something would have been going off. Bitch, something. Are you kidding me? That's foolishness. First of all, who opened the door for this nigga to get in? How are we doing that? So we're here. Gosh, so this lady now, God rest. I hope she comes out of this okay. I hope everything comes, I hope she comes a full circle, but she didn't want to show her face because she's still definitely scared. Shout out to the crew. Thank y'all for being here this morning. What y'all say? My family would have shifted furniture, shifted the whole furniture. House would have looked completely different. Why everything up against the wall? We had to shake a nigga. Oh baby, my folks would have locked the door and comments, comments to whooping that ass. 2 baby moms, 1 pregnant, and a random woman. Yes, one was done at Sunoco. One was done the day before Sunoco, and then this past one was done on the 30th with the girl that's pregnant. Some steamed crabs I cooked. That's what I need. Cause my pew pew would have came out. He wouldn't have made it to jail, baby. Throw him in the jailhouse now. Violent crime should not be able to make bail. How old was he again? 22. Teenage girlfriends, just young girls, and they be wanting the thugs, the older thug looking dudes. They do. Attempted murder. He should have never been offered bail. Street justice. Period. Lock his ass up. Baby, shake my head. He reduced it to 250,000, which require a 10% payment. This is fucking insane. No shit, Sherlock. He should have never had the option. No way he should have had a bail. Period. Too much. Why do they need to discuss that his bond needs to be revoked? That shouldn't even be a thought. Period. Oh, you want him to be out beating on? I'm Lord. Can we all take a moment of silence? That ain't no girl. They seen this news clip in Detroit. Ain't no woman trying to lay up with him. Let him lay up in their house. I get it. You think you the one that he's just gonna respect? No, ma'am. You gonna find your ass beat the fuck up and shot. Let the crew right now tell you. Serve as your reminder, honey. This ain't the one. If you ain't watching news, y'all better start watching the news. That's a damn shame. Before you date a man, you gotta watch the fucking news. Run they shit down. You know I would. Bitch, let me come sit on this couch. Let's watch this Channel 8 news. See what's going on. You see this nigga on the news. Good morning, Journey. Good morning. Thank you for coming through. Judge Larry needs to be removed from the bench for poor judgment. Period. I agree. And they say they don't want to resign another judge's. Oh, get the fuck out of here with that. All right, so we're gonna get into some hot topics real quick. We got 30 minutes to go, and I just want to get into some hot topics. But before we get into hot topics, we're gonna get into some quickies and rumors. But before I do that, please go ahead and do this for me. Please go ahead and do this. All right. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. Thank you, y'all. I'm glad we got through the local news. Baby, shit be heavy. It be so much stuff going on. And I had to save some stuff for tomorrow because I'm like, damn, I need to move that to tomorrow. Because Ron DeSantis is playing with us. Now, I was going to talk about it today, but I said I'm going to move my politics stuff to tomorrow. But Ron DeSantis is playing. He's playing with us. He's playing with us. I'm going to say that tomorrow. Now, in these quickies and rumors, the first quickie I want to talk about is this. So coming to our screen or a screen near you is Bad Boys. Bad Boys 4 has been confirmed. Will Smith and Martin Lawrence have confirmed. Now we knew that it was one coming, but we didn't know if it was gonna get off the shelf because remember it had been shelved due to the whole Oscar slap fiasco. And now that the Oscar slap fiasco is out, is done with, Will was like, you know, game on. Now everybody's saying that this might be the comeback film for him in terms of being accepted back into the community. And I feel like he ain't never been not accepted by the community. Will Smith is always gonna be a part of us. He did a dumb thing. It was a dumbass moment, dumbass thing, but King Roman ain't counted him out. He's a great actor, very talented. You think I'm about to count that out? No, I'm not. Sorry, you ain't finna divide me up. So I hope this is a win for him. More information to come soon on this movie, but it is in the works, y'all. They both excited about it. I'm excited about it. I think it'll be a great thing. Shout out to them. So the next thing I wanted to talk about is this. So I have a question about this though. This is my question. Okay, my thoughts are: who is the bad guy in this pick? Is it the son or is it the ex? Who's the bad guy? I really, really want to know. So these two are now apparently dating. Marcus Jordan and Larsa Pippen. Marcus Jordan is the son of Michael Jordan. Larsa Pippen is the ex-wife to Scottie Pippen. Scottie Pippen and Michael Jordan played on the same team together. Now my question is this messy? And if it is, who's the bad guy? Is the son the bad guy, or is the ex-wife the bad guy, or is neither? They got free to roam, free rate to roam. But that was my question. I saw this. I thought they looked cute together. I see y'all. I mean, to me, it's like enough time went on, girl. I mean, you can tell she on her How I Get My Groove Back Stella kick. Okay, me too. Looking forward to watching that movie. Yes, me too. Hey, Fashionista for life. Thank you for coming through. I'll definitely be looking forward to this movie. Me too. Ron, we're gonna have a whole just shit on him tomorrow. We're gonna shit on him tomorrow because he's playing on our TOP. He in Florida, wake up. But we gonna hit that tomorrow. Please hit that like button. Yes, y'all. Give me some love. Stab. He would have met my friend. Okay. The chick, cause she loose and the man, like, come on. Ex-wife is the bad guy. Really? She knew that man when he was little. Really? So y'all think she's the bad guy in that situation? Damn, I was like, I didn't really feel like she was the bad guy. I said, okay, maybe she's not the bad guy. Maybe she's not the bad guy at all. The next thing I want to talk about on a quickie, real quick, is Lotto. So we talked yesterday about her panties going up for sale. Nasty ass heifer, and they were all the way up to 100,000 by the time yesterday. Thank God eBay snatched that shit and said that she broke official conduct. You cannot be up there trying to sell. You can sell used garments, but they can't be worn used garments like your used panties and stuff like that. You can't do that. So they snatched it down, and she lost her $100,000. I guess it went back to her, child. I'm sure some of them transactions was hers. Who's paying $100,000 for her stinking ass panties? Y'all niggas is nasty. Health and hygiene first, like for real. COVID, all kind of STD. I'm not saying she got all that shit, but let's be like, put your money on something else. You want used panties? Like, you can go get some used panties for like $100. Like, you want to spend $100,000 for hers? Well, hers gonna got that extra juice smell on it. What the fuck? Y'all let that shit go. So those have been. I'm glad that has been done. Now, and the next thing in quickies and rumors is crew. I have to ask y'all what y'all think about this clip. Oh my God. So I gotta ask y'all what y'all think about this clip. So this man was walking into this club, and his girl wanted to propose to him. Now everybody else knew about it but him. And here was his reaction. I want y'all to tell me, and then look at the messy friend at the end. I want y'all to tell me, was he wrong or was he not wrong?
Can I get y'all support?
Yes, you go, girl.
You got you.
You got it, girl.
What do you think?
Oh, that's so sweet.
talking about. All right, turn it back on.
He said yes.
Man, turn the music back on. Get that music. Get that music. DJ.
What you say? What you say, child?
Baby, did you see what he said? He said, girl, get up off your knees. Turn that music back on. Honey, all roads are telling you that this man, no, I don't think he want to be married to you, boo. I don't think it may not be the time. He might be embarrassed. I don't know what the case may be, but I felt so bad for her. Then you got people in the comments talking about this is what happened when women try to usurp their roles. Wait till the man do it. So you won't be embarrassed. My thing is, if she wanted to propose to him, that's fine. That ain't where the embarrassment lies. The embarrassment lies when a person either accepts it or doesn't accept it. Anybody can propose. The fuck out of here with that living in a cave ass shit. I can't stand that living in a cave ass shit. Anybody can propose. Some people prefer a man. That's your preference. Your preference isn't applied to everyone. It's your preference. That's okay. And I'm not saying it's wrong, but if she wants to do this, let her do it. The embarrassment is the man literally told her, girl, get up off your, if you don't get up off your knees. I said, oh, bitch. I said, I hope afterwards, and you see the messy friend, which is me in the camera. What'd he say? Girl, what? How fearful and dreadful. I would have never shared that moment. That would have, she knew that man when he was little. Oh my God, I can't believe you. Exactly, mama. She knew him when he was a kid. Yeah, right. It's some weirdo out here. Yeah, I was surprised eBay let that listing stay up for so long. Trying to collect the interest off the money that was going to the bank. I know the game is they playing. And then they gonna find her ass, not the panties still. You got it, girl. Oh, what he say, child? Yeah, that just didn't look right. I would have said, no, oh my God, she's selling COVID panties. Don't ever propose to a man. Wendy Williams taught me that, right? Embarrassing. Never me so embarrassing. What the Chrissy and Jim Jones going on? I'm old school. I would never propose to a man. Sorry. And listen, I respect that. But I had to go up for the woman for trying. Look, y'all, she tried. I can't believe this man said this.
Can y'all get y'all support?
Yes, you go, girl.
You got you. You got you.
You got it, girl.
What do you think?
Oh, that's so sweet.
I'm talking about. All right, turn it back on.
He said yes.
Man, turn the music back on. Get that music. Get that music. DJ.
What you say? What you say, child?
So messy. What'd he say, child? Girl, don't do it. I say don't do it. Her friends, not her friends, not Chrissy and Jim Jones. All right, so let's get into hot topics. And remember, y'all, I want y'all to hold on to your answers for our question of the day, which is what would you trade for the other? Love for respect, money for power, happiness for the return of a loved one, freedom for wealth. And I'd love to know what some of y'all are gonna say in the chat. I'd love to know y'all's opinion on that. All right, so hot topic. So a couple of things I want to talk about on hot topics that I saw come across is first one I wanted to get into is so quality control and takeoff, of course, are going at it. Quality control wants Offset's lawsuit thrown out, claims contracts were breached. Now, first of all, the optics of this is I want y'all to know there will be no Migos album. If this goes the way it's going, there is not going to be a Migos album because the Migos album, Migos name belongs to Quality Control. So here's what happened. Quality Control, before the pandemic, Quality Control and Takeoff got into it. Not Takeoff, Offset. They were in some dispute because Offset wanted to go solo and he wanted to do his own thing. and he wanted the rights to all of his recordings. Well, they said the only way you can do that is you got to buy us out of your existing album contract with us. You got to pay us up front the money we fronted you if you don't want to do this, and then we'll allow you to go on. So he said, okay, he paid up his money. Remember him and Cardi, we paid y'all. Why y'all let him go? Remember Cardi out here, he paid y'all money. Girl, we know you paid the money. We know you got him his shit, whatever. So he ends up going to UMG. UMG ends up saying, okay, because UMG is still affiliated with Quality Control. Quality Control is an imprint of UMG. UMG fronts Quality Control. And any artist that goes around Quality Control and works with UMG, all of their masters and their recordings will fall back to Quality Control. That's the way their distribution deal works, period. Offset must have not known this, so he decided to go with UMG. UMG allowed him some resources and money. They fronted him some cash, so he recorded his own album, that 54321 record, all of that shit. And then now he's mad because the recordings belong to UMG, which belongs to Quality Control. So we find ourselves here. He's pissed off. He wants his money. He wants everything. So we're in this lawsuit. So why are you always over here? So we're here. So Quality Control lawsuit. Quality Control rebutted the claim because Offset is not the owner of recordings he has made or continues to make with Motown or on or after January 15, 2021, including the recording that 54321 and Code. Offset lacks standing to bring this action. The suit went on to claim that Set breached a confidentiality provision by revealing the terms of the settlement agreement in the complaint and in social media posts, and by sharing the settlement agreement with various Universal Music Group executives. Remember, the original lawsuit filed back in August of 2020 stated that Offset had negotiated a solo deal with the imprint. The former Migos member allegedly paid handsomely for rights to his solo career, but Quality Control maintained control. Reportedly, after the release of his 54321 and his debut solo album, Quality Control didn't keep up their agreement as well as claim the track as theirs. So we find ourselves here. And problem is, I'm sorry, Offset, baby, you didn't read the fine print, honey. This is what happened when you have an existing deal and you paid to go solo. You still have an artist contract. He still has a contract with UMG through Quality Control. He thought he was going to be able to usurp his contract with them and go to Motown and record an album. Well, no, you can go over there. They'll pay for the resources. They'll upfront the cash. But remember, because they upfront it, that means UMG owns it. And if UMG owns it, guess who else owns it by way of their agreement? Quality Control. Even I saw that. So we're here. So I saw that and I said, well, we'll see. But that let me know, I don't think we're going to see Amigos album anytime soon. If we do, it's going to be solo with Offset and Quavo only, solo. So I'll stay tuned to that. Another thing I saw was, what is wrong with Nene Leakes? Is Nene Leakes sipping on that juice? So Nene Leakes found herself on the Breakfast Club babbling at the throat, letting loose at the tongue, talking about certain people ain't famous and who is famous. And Nene, let's just be honest, honey. If this conversation about famous was happening when you had just started on Real Housewives of Atlanta during your first couple seasons, people could have said the same shit about you. Stop being a hater. I like Nene, but I can't take the hating. Just be a mature, yeah, they got it. So she went on a Breakfast Club and she opened her throat to say this. And shout out to the crew. If y'all in the building, make sure y'all gave me a like this morning, showed me some love. Showed me some love this morning. Let me see what y'all had to say. I don't know. When it's coming from a woman, it looks like begging. I could never. Good morning, Kurt Vixen. His lawyer should have told him this. Girl, even Stevie Wonder would have felt the paper and said, oh, no, I can't do that. No, I know I can't do that. And I ain't trying no shade, no tea. But even Stevie would have known that. But we're here. He trying to be like Cardi. He can't be like Cardi. Hey, crew, get them likes up. They looking a little light. Y'all, if y'all trying to play me, come on, y'all. Give me some love. We've been going for 2 hours, y'all. Straight commentary, straight content, y'all. Appreciate it. Yes, Nene is doing a lot and just want her job back. This is the wrong way to go about doing it. Y'all check this out.
Ooh.
Robin and Giselle?
No, I think she's talking about her.
Her and her husband.
Yeah, her and her husband. She said that the lady was going to become famous.
Off of them.
And I was like, are they famous? Is the question.
Yes. Robin and Giselle on the
They're
Real
not
Housewives of
famous.
Potomac.
They may be
They got a
known.
hit podcast.
There's a difference between famous and known.
That's true. I agree with
And
that.
so I don't know about famous, but maybe gets known for a minute.
So do you think
My question is this, y'all. There's a difference between famous and known. Nene, what you would say you're famous for the Real Housewives of Atlanta, right? Now, before that, would you say you were famous or known? When you started the show, your tagline was you were known around Atlanta because you were a socialite. Let's get into it. Stop trying to be the pot. You the pot calling the kettle black. Stop. Cut this hater shit out. It's not a good move. Girl, play the political game so you can get your ass back on a TV screen. This right here is not it. Other people facade you. I'm not gonna facade you. Let's go.
is Giselle famous?
No.
Okay, Candy is famous.
Yo, I hate cut it out, Nene. Now, Nene, you just hating, Nene.
I am not hating. I'm just telling y'all the truth.
Come on now.
But I tell you, there's a difference between famous and being known.
There is.
That's all.
I thought a lot of them on the Real Housewives franchises were famous.
They all famous?
I would think so, especially on the Potomac in Atlanta.
They're famous?
I thought so.
Oh my God.
Candy is famous.
Yes.
Escape, Candy. Okay, but never mind.
You something else, Nene.
I haven't even said anything. I'm just looking at y'all. Say what
now? Who doesn't say Candy isn't famous? Candy is famous. She was famous before you. She was in a whole group. Music you probably were in a club dancing to. Famous, girl, you're baffled. You're blinded, honey. I don't know what's going on right now, but you need to cut that shit out. This is pure hateration, and it don't look good on you, Nene. You too old in the game to be on famous. Candy famous? Yeah. She was famous before you became famous, honey. Known before you became known, honey. When you were unknown, bitch, she was known. Nobody knew about you. 1999, she was known. 1995, she was known. Bitch, you know what? There's still celebrities that don't even fuck with you. They fuck with Candy. Known. Stop hating, bitch. Stop. Now, Nene, you know I have to call you out. Stop. We want you back on TV. Not hating everybody that's potentially could help you get back on TV. What the hell wrong with her?
again? I will give Candy, yeah. But everyone else, I don't see it.
Hey, man, subscribe to the Reasonably Shady podcast.
Oh, you just saying it because that's yours.
That ain't mine. We partners. But
okay, you said you're a part of it.
Did you watch New York Housewives?
Who was even on that show? I think they got rid of the whole entire cast and they have a new cast.
Ebony K. Williams was on the show.
She was on it.
I don't know her either.
She'll be here this
now,
week.
Is she famous or is she known?
I mean,
now you
that's a good question.
That is a great question.
A good question.
I don't know what that applies to with them, but that's
She's
a great
known.
question.
She's known.
She's known.
Yeah.
And she might be famous to some. I think fame is subjective, right? Like there's people that are famous, like Beyonce's famous.
Yeah,
we all know that.
Yeah, when you think of famous, I think of Beyonce.
But then everybody else is subjective because you can be walking through the mall with your 14-year-old and she might lose it over a TikTok star. So that TikTok star is famous to them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think it's all subjective.
Yeah.
I think
guess,
so anyway.
Honey. I guess, child. Well, anyway, since Envy and Charlamagne says Robin is famous, I take it back. Famous Robin Dixon and Juan Dixon.
Oh
Sorry,
man. Subscribe to the Reasonably Shady podcast
You said
on the
that
Black
already.
Effect iHeartRadio Podcast Network, hosted by two people I think are stars, Robin and Giselle. And that's why podcasts are important because you can control your own narrative. And I'm sure Robin will be addressing Nene's starless claims.
Well, I could care less, honey. Go right ahead.
She's gonna care. Trust me. Once Robin comes out here, and great. Thank you for giving her some content for a podcast. Okay, this is exactly what people want to do. You go on someone else's show, they get paid for it, and she goes on her show and get paid for it. and come out here and respond to you. So Nene, cut this shit out because you're giving other people content at this point and you have none at all. None. You're just keeping your name relevant and a buzz, and it doesn't look good on you. It makes you look bitter, cold, along the lines of Wendy Williams. I get your blackball, but find your joy somewhere, girl. Find it somewhere. Join us for the question of the day at the end. So see, maybe something you can swap out so you can get what you really, really want here. Nene was a famous stripper in Atlanta. Okay, if now that you see what I'm saying, but see, she don't say all of that. Now that I'll give her. You was known for something. Is that the known you want to be known for? Because if you revert back to what you're really famous for, you might get a coin. She might get some. Hey, Miss Toby. Hey, Miss Toby. Katie is famous making bags, girl. She's a producer right now of a Broadway show, getting great reviews. Just a hating hoe. A hating hoe. Nene is so shady, ain't she? Juan Dixon was an NBA player and very well known for his college basketball career. But why is she morphing into a white woman? Did you see her sitting there? Doesn't she give you whose show just got canceled? Oh my God, what's her name? Bethany Frankel. Like she gives you so much like a bitter bitch. Like, and Bethany Frankel's show just got canceled and everybody is laughing because they started playing the Omarosa clip. I'd like to see you sitting on this couch 10 years from now. And Bethany's like, I will be. And then sure enough, they canceled her show at the top of the year. Yeah, she won't see that that couch another 10 years. I was thinking the same thing. Nene needs to cut it. Go run your lounge, darling. She's a bitter Betty. She's blackballed because she believed the hype. You know, she was cashing Trump checks. Why not go get a channel? Go do the work. Stop waiting on somebody to call you to do something, girl. Go do the damn work. Just go do it. Go do the work. I'm sure there's some work out there. Another thing I wanted to talk about was this, and I think it's so cute, is that Jennifer Hudson and Common have reportedly taken their relationship to the next level. Now, check it out. They've been spotted together for the last couple of months, but that's because they recently wrapped on a film that is going to be released that they were in. The film is called Breathe. It's a thriller film. They're both playing. People have been seeing them and spotting them out, but over the last summer, they have filmed this movie in Philadelphia. And ever since then, people have been spotting them doing a lot of cuddling and a lot of giggling and da da da. And I said, this is cute for these two. I think it's cute. But anyways, according to reports from Radar Online, the longtime friends have turned their working relationship into something much more serious. Sources say that the friendship developed into a romance after working together as on-screen lovers in the upcoming thriller Breathe. And I'm here for it. I think it's cute. I think she needs somebody. I think he needs somebody. I think it looks good. It looks good on the surface. I don't know what it means in the meantime. Oh gosh, I knew y'all was gonna do it. Won't last long. Common is a commitment phobic. Journey, and this is what I was thinking. Because they have that whole Chicago connection, maybe it's something there. You know, it's home for both of them. They can go back home. She's raising a child. You know, I don't know. She got a show. Common is a serial dater. He don't commit. He wastes time. They might stick together. They cute. I think they cute, y'all. Y'all ain't gonna get them no benefit of the doubt. No benefit of the doubt. No benefit of the doubt. I hope they stick together. I really do. I really do hope they stick together. All right, y'all. So now let's get to this question of the day. So my question of the day to you all is, what would you trade for the other? Love for respect, money for power, happiness for the return of a loved one, or freedom for wealth? So chat, go ahead and drop down and let me know which one you can put the number or you can put the love or money, whichever you want, but let me know which of these would you, if you had to choose one now, which one would be your first choice to choose? Let me put it back on the screen. What y'all think? It's hard. Love for respect. Would you want somebody to respect you more over love? Money for power. Is it power that you really, really want and you're willing to give up money for it? Happiness with the return of a loved one. It could be an ex, a significant other, somebody who passed away, you know, somebody that divorced that you want them back. Would you trade your current happiness for the return of that? And freedom. Would you trade your freedom just so you could be wealthy? Give up something, give up a liberty. Every day you gotta do something, but you'll be wealthy for it. What would you all choose? All right, crew, y'all. Thank y'all. Y'all done dropped down in the chat. Let me see. Let me see. Oh, Zap said 3 for sure. Happiness for the return of a loved one. Oh, really? Okay. That's interesting. 2, Kurt Vixen, money for power. Really? Okay. 3, fashionista for life. Happiness for the return of a loved one. Okay. Okay. I'm with you, Zap. 3. Okay. Therese, 2, money for power. Okay. If I could get 5 more minutes with my father, I would give up everything. Okay, I understand that. I understand that. 1, money, love for respect. Okay. Oh, that's a thick one. 2, money for power. Okay. Have a great day. You too, Risa. Thank you for coming through. Love can be regained. Respect is given. Okay. Now, me personally, it would be 2. It would be money for power. If there was anything here that I would trade, it would be money for power. It would be number 2. I would give up money so that I have the power to do the things that I want to do, or take on some of the situations I want to take on. That would be my course of reaction. Um, I would love to have more time with my baby brother and my grandpa. Wow, this is hard. I need more time. Have a great day, Risa. It lets me this helps me get to know y'all a little bit more as y'all get to know me, because I get to look in the chat and really get to see one. Karen Spencer, love for respect. Okay. Because people always say, I don't want you to like or love me, I just want you to respect me. Love is that extra care and concern. Respect is you don't gotta care or concern, just as long as you acknowledge my presence and know that I'm here and treat me fairly. Okay. Okay. I wouldn't say 3 because my mom wouldn't me to give up my happiness for a return. Also, they may not come back the same. Have y'all seen horror movies? So it's crazy. Yes, I have. I have. I have. Well, thank y'all. That was really good. I'm gonna watch the replay and I get to really get to see, get to figure out who is who and what is what. Thank y'all. I really appreciate it. Thank y'all for answering the question of the day today. Now, remember at the top of the hour, I let you all know that this is the crew's Black History Month. This is our Black History Month, and where we pay it forward, we focus on donating and gifting dollars to organizations. We get involved and we support Black nonprofits. So what I'll do, as I always have done, well, this will be our second year doing it. Last year, we gave $500 away to over 22 organizations, nonprofits, and they send me emails and I get cards in the mail, holiday cards. We got hella holiday cards, all of that stuff. This year we're gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna design it more around the show, topics that come up. I'm gonna find a nonprofit that's doing the work in y'all communities, and we're gonna make a gift to them. I'm not gonna make nothing elaborate, but we're gonna make a gift to them. And then I'm gonna drop the link. So if you want to donate personally to these organizations, you can. But remember, everything that I'm giving to the organization is on behalf of us and it's coming from me. So we're gonna do that for Black History Month. I think it's important to pay it forward. We got organizations we don't even know around the country doing the work that we don't talk about. So we're going to sprinkle them in during hot topics and local news and the crew time, all that good stuff. We're going to do that. So be here for that. I also, at the top of the hour in positive news, I'll let y'all know that the girl who was wrongly accused over her butterfly project in the neighborhood by her neighbor, Yale actually honored her. Looks like she's going to have a mentor at Yale. So I wanted to go up for her and shout out to her. Shout out to her. And just a friendly reminder that Netflix has unveiled their first details of the new anti-password sharing measures that go into effect March 1st. I said February 1st, but March 1st. What they are is going to be based on your Wi-Fi location. Every 30 days, 31 days, you have to log into your Netflix app from your home so that it'll realize that this is the same Wi-Fi used every 30 days. I said this is going to be interesting to follow. And so those were some of the top of the hour things that I wanted to talk about. And we got into Tyree Nichols. Thank y'all for being here. I hope y'all appreciated today's show. We did another excellent 2 hours. We covered a lot of different things. I really, really do appreciate y'all for being here. Replay crew, thank you. If you made it this far, I hope you gave me a like and some love. Remember, we got another show tomorrow, Thursday. I won't be back on Friday because I have an all-day workshop for work off-site. So I won't be able to come live, but I got something up my sleeve for y'all. So I'm working on that. Let me just run down real quick of what we got in today's. Today we cover a lot of topics. We got into Dollar General, the fight in the school. We got a Karan Blake update. So let's run these back down. So at the top of the hour, we talked about Karan Blake, the 13-year-old who was shot after someone accused him of breaking into their yard. Come to find out, he wasn't even in the area, nor was he in the yard, nor was he breaking into this man's car. 40-year-old, his name is Jason Lewis. As you can see, he wasn't there. Catch it out at the top of the hour. We talked about the basketball player who faked and impersonated a 13-year-old because the 13-year-old was on town. Now, this was the assistant basketball coach. One of the parents on the team told the school, now she's gone. We talked about the Dollar General employees who were lowering the store's prices and then going back to buy the stuff. Okay. Now, I said, if the crew know anybody, holla. Anybody want to make dollar? Y'all let me know. Morse code if you have to, honey. 12M340. Okay, let me know. We talked about the Georgia high school attack where this teacher was brutally attacked by this child. And luckily she wasn't brutally attacked back. We got into the amputee man who was shot and killed by these police officers. And the question is, were the correct procedures followed first to subdue the threat, or did they go straight in and attack the threat? So we'll find out more information as more details come out. We talked about Torian Hudson, this crazy man who attacked 3 women. 2 of them were scared to come forward. One did. He was out on bond and he attacked his pregnant baby mom in front of their cousins. Just don't understand. Y'all got to go back to that story. I don't understand it at all. Never will get it at all. We talked about Bad Boys, Fort and Quickies and Hot Topics. And we also got into quality control. We talked about Lotto, update on that. And we talked about Karen. Okay, we talked about the Karen. And if you missed Karen, let me go ahead and expose this bitch one more time. Check out
Karen insulting my daughter. Coming out here, my daughter's been coming here watering plants for 3 weeks while they're out of town. You don't know them. You insulted my child. We live in a neighborhood. Karen, welcome to the internet, Karen. You got little girls crying. Welcome to the internet, Karen. The new Karen. Welcome to the neighborhood, Karen.
I need a name.
I've lived here. You don't need a name. You need to get away. You need to go somewhere. If you don't know, you need to go somewhere, Karen. Out here making little girls cry for watering plants at a friend of ours' house, and you're the new Karen. You need to go somewhere, Karen. Welcome to the internet, Karen. Welcome to the internet. Making little girls cry for watering flowers. The new Karen. Welcome.
Just come over.
She's still sitting here on my property.
First of all, how are you insulting these kids? Obviously, you must have stepped on the property.
I don't know what's going on with her, but she seems drunk, and she's still standing here on my property.
She seems drunk. I can't get over it. Go up, boy.
All these little girls crying. Welcome to the neighborhood, Karen.
Something just don't smell right with me.
Well, you don't smell right. You don't smell right, Karen.
You can't handle your control right now.
You don't smell right, Karen.
You can't handle your control right now.
Okay, Karen. See you later, Karen. Please do stay here.
Right here. Go handle the kids. They live here. You're too busy on phones.
They're watering the plants like they're supposed to, Karen.
Get her ass. I hope tomorrow we got an update. I can't wait tomorrow. I hope I get this exposed. Y'all be back tomorrow so we can expose this lady. I want to know where she work at. I want to know what. I want to get into her business, honey. Who are you and what do you do? The fuck you think you is, bitch? And the friend back there, and I think she's drunk. I love it, honey. That's gold. That need to be reenacted. She's still standing on my and she appears to be drunk. That is gold, baby. I like these questions of the day. Thank you. Shout out to WW Wendy Williams. She definitely gave me some ideas. Some of these questions are coming from her old shows that are on YouTube that I listen to. I'm like, that's a good ass. That whole R&B question, all of those shit come from Wendy. So thank you so much. I'm definitely trying to spazazz my show up. So thank you so much. 2. Okay, you 2. You with me? Okay. Yes, my first mind said 4. I had just started watching your channel last year when you started donating last February. It's been a year already, Zach. You about to go back through it. 4, then I thought about 3. What up, Joe? Shout out to Joe. Thank you for coming through. Have a good day, everybody. You too, Journey. Yes, I have a great day. Be safe. Love y'all. Take care. You too, Bobby. Thank you for coming through. 3, if I missed the question, I had to take a phone call. So you said 3? Okay. All right for the 3. 3 being happiness for the return of a loved one. That would be so hard for me to bear. Messy. Perfect timing. Just walked into work. It's always a good day when King Roman is a part of my wake and bake and make that money. Have a wonderful day, everyone. You too. Thank you. And shout out to the replay crew. I hope y'all hit the like button too. Have a good day and be safe, everyone. You too, Child Black Twitter. Get on the job and locate this woman. The reason I picked 3 is because giving up my happiness to see my loved one again would still make me happy. That's true. It's almost like you giving up happiness everywhere else to be happiness just for the happiness of that one person. I understand that. I thought about it too. Wake and bake and breathe. I get confused with the names. Have a good at work. She sounds like a police asking questions. Bitch, my date of birth. I said, you want what's the girl date of death? Girl, you talk, honey. I know I would have been windmilling with this tone. Karen needs to mind her own damn business. Have a great day. You too, Therese. Thanks, Zap. I'm gonna try. All right, crew. Thank y'all so much for being here again. We had another great show. I really enjoyed today's show. We had to cover so many different topics. I'll be back tomorrow. I moved some things to tomorrow. Again, we're gonna get into Ron DeSantis. We're gonna get into Kamala. I'm gonna couple all of that together. And I'll be back with some more hot topics tomorrow. Shout out to the crew. Y'all know I'm gonna splice some video ups for the uploads. Thank y'all so much, crew, for checking those uploads out. Even if you watched it through here, just thank you for coming back to watch it and giving me a like, because I'm using those videos to promote my channel on other sites and other platforms and stuff like that. And so I'm trying to divert attention back to the channel. So thank you for being a part of that. They see a video with a nice number of views, they'll be more inclined to want to support the cause, come and watch the channel and subscribe. And I'm sharing that with you all because I appreciate you all for doing that. I really, really do. We got to take the promotion of the channel on our own and sort of move it. So I've been doing that. So if you follow me on Twitter, you'll see I'm dropping down in comments and leaving our link to the video. So some videos taking off really, really well. The takeoff video took off really, really well. I dropped that under a lot of comments just to see how well it would work. So I'm trying to do that now with some of these videos. So help and support me that way. I'm really trying to grow my channel and stay in my lane and do what I know I like to do best, which is bring y'all the news and inform y'all what's going on in America, Black America, our America, and what's going on. So shout out to the crew for that. And I'm going to get out of here on that note and get my day started. Thank y'all so much for being here. Until tomorrow. Okay, until tomorrow. Deuces.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Thank you for being here this morning. Thank you for being here this morning.
let's go, let's go. Ow, let's start this show. King Roman news gonna come right through. Gonna give you that news just like you know he can do. Hot topics in your face, baby. King Roman knows his place, baby. King Roman news.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning.
6:30 a.m. Eastern time, baby. He's gonna come right on time with the news just for you. Celebrity news, politics, and local news just for you. King Roman news. Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Let's go, let's go. Hey, let's start this show. King Roman news, coming just for you. King Roman news, coming just for you. 6:30 a.m. Eastern time, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. King Roman news, King Roman news. Let's go. Let's start this show.